Mabuhay and Mabuhay, SDO Pasay. We are blessed today to witness another milestone for Schools Division Office of Pasay City. Today marks another success as we are gathered here for the recognition of best practices and Exemplary SMEA Teams Year 3.
To formally open this engagement, may we request everyone to please join us in the singing of the Philippine National Anthem. This will be followed by the doxology and the singing of the Pasay City Hymn.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Mayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, harap ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyot ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisihin. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong baga, may nilagak na tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kiskat ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdilingling. Ang bituin na araw na kailang pa may di magdililing. Lupa ng araw na walhati pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mag-aapit, ang matay ng dahil sa'yo.
Once again, welcome to the Conferment of Schools Best Practices and Exemplary School Monitoring, Evaluation, and Adjustment Teams. The documentation of best practices envisions to advocate the culture of excellence wherein the best is held as models for others to emulate. It also encourages the establishment of a community of practitioners who continuously seek to augment what they are using by learning from the best.
At this point, let us have the welcome remarks from the man of the hour, the chairperson of the Division Monitoring, Evaluation, and Adjustment, the MEA team, our very own Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino. A round of applause for Sir Art.
To our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Loretta Vitor Campos, SO5. To the Chief of Curriculum Implementation Division, Mr. Librado F. Torres. To the supervisors, PSDSS, to the principals, parents, students, and of course, our stakeholders. A pleasant morning to everyone. Today's event is very special to SDO Pasay because today we will be recognizing the best of the best, particularly in the implementation of their best practices in their respective institutions. Although sabi nga nila, lahat po kayo ay panalo na sapagkat from the moment na you enter your entry or submitted your entries in SDO Pasay, isang napakalaking karangalan na po iyon para sa inyong eskwelahan. Sapagkat kayo mismo ay nag-take ng initiative upang mapaganda ang proseso at bawat proseso ng inyong eskwelahan upang ang serbisyo ay mapabuti at mapakinabangan po ng ating mga stakeholders. Siyempre, sa ganitong event, lahat ay recognize natin sapagkat nagbigay talaga po kayo ng effort. Pero gayon pa man, siyempre, mas digit na i-recognize natin yung magagandang gawa or best practices na po pwede po na magaya, ma-imitate ng ibang eskwelahan upang sa ganon, mapag-ibayo din po nila ang kanilang mga proseso upang mapaganda ang pagsisilbi po sa ating mga stakeholders. Sa araw pong ito, i-recognize po natin ang mga best practices ng bawat eskwelahan sa SDO Pasay. Pero pinapaalala rin po natin sa taong pong ito, para at least po alam din po ng mga principal, na ang ipopokus po ng ating SDO Division Team ay ang SBM po or School-Based Management System po natin sa eskwelahan. Kami po ay magbibigay ng technical assistance upang sa ganon mas lalo pa pong mapag-ibayo ang implementasyon na ito. Muli, sa araw pong ito, inaanyayahan po namin ang lahat na sit back and relax and watch our presentation. Again, good morning, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tolentino. Of course, we will not let this day pass without hearing the voice of this lady who never fails to inspire us in all our undertakings and is continuously pushing us to reach greater heights. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together for the inspirational message from our school's Division Superintendent, Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampo, CESA 5.
Congratulations to all the awardees and to those who will be given the Conferment of Schools Best Practices. We are really in awe. Why? Knowing the increased figures by leaps and bounds, we are amazed. Natakot kaya sa amin? But we firmly believe that you are energized to do the best for your school in the areas of quality, access, and governance. When we have the innovation, we manifest our dynamism, proactiveness, and love for work towards quality service. Sabi nga, quality is a necessity. Also, we want to congratulate the team who really gave their 100% effort to validate all of the submitted outputs. Siyempre, si ASDS, the Chief, Dr. Bob Torres, the PSDS, SSS, Education Program Supervisors, and most especially the SMEA team headed by Miss Florida Paharilaga and Mrs. Fatima Pajardo. Thank you very much for your continuous passion in doing this project through the years. For our colleagues, continue shining, never stop sharing your innovations to others, and also inspire our teachers to continue excellence in their work. Good day.
Thank you so much to our school's division superintendent. This could not have been possible without your full support and guidance on the DMEA team. As we are now on our third year of having these conferment rights and giving recognition to our exemplary SMEA implementers, let us still be refreshed on how this awarding ceremony came to be and perhaps more of the nitty-gritty details that have led us to this day. Men and women of SDO Pasay, let us all lend our ears to the Senior Education Program Specialist for School Management Monitoring and Evaluation. Let's give it up for Ms. Florida S. Parillaga.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. The Conferment of Schools Best Practices and Recognition of Exemplary SMEA Implementers is now on its third year for school year 2020-2021. This has set the bar of standard of excellence and shall once again take the spotlight in the awarding ceremony. The successes of the recognition awarded to those in the roster for the last 2 years have proven to be impactful and significant to the schools, especially to our learners. Programs and projects implemented for school year 2020-2021 possesses exceptional and compelling features to respond to the uniqueness of the current pandemic situation and in accordance with DepEd Order Number 12 Series of 2020 entitled Adoption of Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan for school year 2020-2021, considering the COVID-19 public health emergency. Nevertheless, looking at the situation with a silver lining, this also gave opportunity to our learning institutions to implement programs, projects, and activities in line with the key performance indicators of our dear institution, with innovativeness and creativity. The major purpose of our endeavor is to promote the culture of documenting best practices in the division through publication, and to provide rewards and recognition to hardworking schools and exemplary efforts in the implementation of PPAs at the school level. The roster of schools' best practices for school year 2019-2020 comprised initially of 16 projects from 12 schools. All of you will witness today the awarding of 33 school projects from 20 schools. Wow! Plus, 11 promising projects will likewise be recognized today. The best practices could have not been achieved without the endeavors of the school monitoring, evaluation, and adjustment teams, or so we call them, the SMEA teams, the project leaders, and members. Our success as a division is through the unwavering support and leadership of Dr. Loretta B. Toricampo, CESO 5, our school's division superintendent. Thank you so much, Ma'am, for believing in all of us. Nevertheless, we will also not forget our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent and DMEA Chairperson, Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino. I would also like to take this opportunity to express further our deepest gratitude to the Schools Division Pasay City Best Practice Committee. To name them, Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino, Mr. Lebrado F. Torres, CID Chief Education Program Supervisor and DMEA Officer, Mrs. Lovelyn Jane S. Basera, Public Schools District Supervisor and Division School-Based Management Coordinator, Mr. Agapito Chudoro N. Manaog, Principal 4 of Kalayaan National High School and NAFSHI President, Mrs. Glenda D. Tabaquerao, Principal 4 of Timoteo Paez Elementary School and PESPA President. Our very hardworking and always available Mr. Renato N. Robles, GPTA Federation Pasay President. The SME section, myself and Mrs. Fatima P. Fajardo, Education Program Specialist 2, who served as Secretariat and Process Observer. This awarding will not be a reality without everyone's effort. The Schools Division of Pasay vowed its commitment on promoting a culture of excellence, and we shall continue to do so para sa Batang Pasayeno. Salamat po sa inyong lahat, sa ating Diyos, at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
much, Mom Flair. The journey towards finding the best practices on its third year is somehow very steep. Out of the 68 projects that applied, yes, you heard me right, 68 projects from the 29 schools of SDO Pasay, only 33 made it to the rosters of the division's best practices for school year 2020 to 2021.
It is then, with so much pride, that we are now presenting to you the roster of schools' best practices for school year 2020-2021. Let's start it off with Cluster 1 and 2.
Welcome to our SBM room. We have a remarkable transformation from manual to digital. Because here in SS, we are committed in the efficient delivery of significant educational services.
Dream, believe, and make it happen. Another milestone has been unlocked by Bernabe Elementary School, anchored in the goal of education for all, to bring the benefits of education to every citizen in every society. Project PEBES or Pataasin ng Enrollment sa Bernabe Elementary School generally aims to enroll every school-age children in the catchment areas. The collaborative effort and constant communication with the external and internal stakeholders play a vital role in the success of this project. From the creation of enrollment committee and technical working group, planning stage, orientation, and communicating with the stakeholders, project implementation, each and everyone showed their 100% commitment in increasing the enrollment and ensuring that no learner will be left behind.
Magandang buhay! Ako si Akli Malabay. At ako naman po si Marlene Lumias. Kami ang mga guidance teachers ng Padre Zamora Elementary School.
Nahihirapan ka bang mag-request ng Form 137 o School Form 10 ngayong pandemya? Ang Padre Zamora Elementary School ay bumuo ng Project EDRMS o Electronic Data and Record Management System upang solusyonan ang iyong problema. Ang Project EDRMS ay may dalawang hangad. Una, mapabilis ang pag-request at pag-release ng permanent records o Form 137 at School Form 10. Pangalawa, mapreserba ang mga lumang permanent records ng paaralan upang maiwasan ang pagkasira nito.
Padre Burgos Elementary School ESBM on the road to success is an innovation that helps the school to upgrade its level of practice to better serve its clientele, the learner. This is guided by the principle of access, a child and community-centered education system. This is through the leadership of Ms. Ginfrey Huso.
The massive public health challenge of COVID-19 offers the stakeholders of One Sumulong Elementary School to find a unique and strategic opportunity on monitoring attendance in the new normal. Project iScan, which stands for Integration of Scanning System of QR Codes Application in the New Normal, provides a contactless login procedure using digital technology and cloud-based database system to ensure the health and safety of teachers and all involved in the implementation of distance learning during this time of COVID-19 pandemic. As JSES progresses towards the future, ICT becomes a powerful instrument to attain transformation and modernization in education.
Congratulations to the projects that made it to the roster. Allow me to read the plaque citation. Plaque of recognition is awarded to the following schools for their projects and conferred as one of Schools Division Office of Pasay City Schools Best Practice for school year 2020 to 2021. This project exemplifies outstanding leadership, collaboration, and innovative strategies that exhibit statement of excellence for better delivery of quality education. Given this 10th day of January 2022 in Pasay City. And this is signed by our school's division superintendent, Dr. Loreto Vito Recampo, CESO5. For the first set of winners, we have Epifanio de los Santos Elementary School, Project Electronic School-Based Management, ESBM. Their school head, Ms. Mabel Salano. Bernabe Elementary School. Pataasin ang enrollment sa Bernabe Elementary School or Project PEBES. School Head, Mr. Leonardo G. Balaguer. Padre Zamora Elementary School. Project Electronic Document and Record Management System. Project EDRMS. School Head, Mr. Romy P. Sokaw. Padre Burgos Elementary School, Project ESBM On the Road to Success. School Head, Ms. Jean C. Rejusto. One Sumulong Elementary School, Project Integration of the Scanning System of QR Code Application in the New Normal. Project iScan. School Head, Mr. Noel F. Junio.
Once again, congratulations to Epifanio de los Santos Elementary School, Bernabe Elementary School, Padre Zamora Elementary School, Padre Burgos Elementary School, and One Sumulong Elementary School. Let us try to check out now the winners from Cluster 3. Take it away, VTR.
This is us, the Project ACMA, Application of Kinesthetic Materials and Activities. The global effects of COVID-19 changed the educational system from face-to-face classes to online and distance learning settings. Teachers prepared modules and learning activities for regular classes. However, this resulted in boredom and a lack of interest in mathematics for learners in special science class since these learners were accustomed to challenging tasks in the previous years. This leads to the low performance of these learners in numeracy due to inadequate materials. With all this mentioned, Project ACMA was born, a math program that ultimately targets improving pupils' performance in numeracy by integrating improvised and kinesthetic materials in every math lesson involving the 4 fundamental operations. This has intensified the pupils' knowledge of numbers. This is Project ACMA saying, what the hand does, the mind remembers.
Project M&M, masayang mag-aral sa tipes. The school's door is always open for everyone, for every kid who wants to learn. We beat our target in terms of enrollment. We intensify homeschool collaboration. More learners attend online classes, Thank you to our sponsors. Yay! Teachers with the greatest and consistent number of online attendees were given incentives. We constructed hand-washing facilities with a total of 63 faucets in 8 areas. We shared what we received through our community pantry. Thank you to our generous sponsors. And yes, we made it! The tireless dedication of our principal, Ma'am Glenda Dita Bakirao, SMEA team, with the guidance of our PSDS, Ma'am Loveling Jane S. Basera, and the technical assistance given by the DMEA team headed by Ma'am Flair Pahariliaga, and the whole Tipes family, the said project materialized and ended up successful. We believe that happy learners do better in school. Masayang magturo, masaya ang magulang, masayang mag-aral.
So that's it. 6 projects for cluster made it to the roster, and these are Timoteo Paez Elementary School, Project Application of Kinesthetic Materials and Activities or Project ACMA, Project Masayang Mag-aaral sa Tipes, M&M, which has been part of the roster for 2 consecutive years. School Head, Mrs. Glenda D. Tabakirao. Apelo Cruz Elementary School, Project Innovative Training to Nurture Teachers' E-Teaching Literacy or Project Intel. School Head, Dr. Tirso V. Gali. Marcela Marcelo Elementary School, Project Lista Mo, Kinabukasan Ko, LMK. Project RPMS Electronic Portfolio System, Reports. Project Beautification and Greening School Initiative and Cleanliness Campaign or Project Bagsik, which has been in the roster for 2 consecutive years. School Head, Miss Norma B. Hamon.
Wow, that was really wonderful for Cluster 3. All of their schools made it to the roster. Muli po, congratulations Cluster 3, Timoteo Paez Elementary School, Apelo Cruz Elementary School, and Marcela Marcelo Elementary School. At this point, we shall now proceed to the projects from clusters 4 and 5. Let's roll the videos, please.
In the spread of COVID-19, one way or another, learning delivery has become a challenge. Most especially for learners with visual impairment. To overcome the hurdle, blended learning is implemented. Some students opted to have modular, majority elected to have their classes online. But the reading for the blind, that's another problem, another hurdle to jump over. Project Rebirth 3.0 implementation is here to try to give a feasible solution. Self-learning reading module to be used by the students at home is created with collaboration by the teachers with the help of the EPS's in Paso City Schools Division. After the modules had been produced and sent to the users, online reading classes were conducted, and when the data were collected and analyzed, the results obtained have significance. Of the 15 struggling readers, 6 proceed to instructional level, and 2 are deemed to be independent. Although some did not get to the borderline, the project will continue to help them climb. This is Project Rebirth 3.0, striving to make a breakthrough as a reading intervention program to lessen the number of learners under frustration level.
Jose Rizal Elementary School proudly presents our Adopt a Star project. Data shows that there was an alarming increase reported partos in school year 2020 to 2021, which is 105 compared from the previous 2 years. So after an in-depth evaluation and review by the SPT, SMEA, and Adopt a Star committee spearheaded by our school head Dr. Rolando E. Soriano, the status of the Adopt a Star project needs to continue its function, aligned to the situation brought by the pandemic in spite of its remarkable success last year. We want to save those 105 partos because for us, Resaleños are the hope and pride of our school. These are the interventions applied to the stars and made the project a success. Distribution and retrieval of modules through teacher advisor, JRS Learning Resource Team, and via courier. Another effective intervention was done by the foster parent who conducted limited home visitation for an on-site counseling and remediation. To supplement the STAR's nutrition and be more active in all the activities of the project, they were included as SBFP beneficiaries and very fortunate in receiving food packs, vegetables, and milk through Project Game #Kalinga ni Rizal. And to show the appreciation to all the involved participants, the committee conducted rewards and recognitions to Adopt Stars beneficiaries, foster parents, and parents. Sa JRS, walang batang Resaleño ang maiiwan. #sabay-sabay tungo sa dekalidad na edukasyon.
Good day and welcome to Jose Rizal Elementary School. Game ka na ba? #Kalinga ni Rizal, the seed of hope.
The people behind the success of Project Game #Kalinga ni Rizal. The project aims to increase production of vegetable products and provide mechanism that will generate income to supplement the needs of milk feeding program as well as to extend its function to the Adopt a Star project and Project Park. Selected teachers and utility workers help hand in hand to maintain and give proper care for the sustainability and good production of different crops in the whole year round. Coordinated with a feeding teacher for the distribution of harvested vegetables, Jerry's joined the bandwagon in conducting community pantry as an initiative to provide goods to the community. An on-site benchmarking by the local government units of Pasay City in response to the urban gardening planning.
Project Game #Kalinga ni Rizal will continue to serve for the betterment of Rizaleños, a place where quality instruction is a lifestyle.
of the following projects: Jose Rizal Elementary School, Project Adopt a Star, Adopt Students at Risk, which has been part of the roster for 2 consecutive years. Project Gulayan at iba pa para sa malulusog at energetic na mga mag-aaral ng JRES, Games sa JRES, a Hall of Famer for making it to the roster for 3 consecutive years. School Head, Dr. Rolando E. Soriano. Philippine School for the Deaf. Project Dormitory, Educational Assistance and Financial Support or Project DEFS, which has been part of the roster for 2 consecutive years. Project I Sign and Learn, another project which made it to the list for 2 consecutive years. OIC School Head, Mrs. Sherry P. Funcion. Philippine National School for the Blind. Project Rekindling Blind Learners' Interests in Reading with the Heart, Project Rebirth. Another Hall of Famer for making it to the roster for 3 consecutive years. Project Keeping Attendance and Participation through Innovative Techniques or Project COPY. Project Intensifying Sustainable Partnership and Involvement for Responsive Education, Project Inspire. School Head, Ms. Corazon B. Salvador.
Muli po, saludo kami sa husay ng mga project teams and of course, SMEA teams from clusters 4 and 5. Congratulations, Jose Rizal Elementary School, Philippine School for the Deaf, and Philippine National School for the Blind. We are halfway done with our roster for school year 2020-2021. Moving on now to the other half with the winning projects from clusters 6 and 7. Let's watch this.
Maricaban Elementary School organized the school's SBM Working Committee to provide and lead competent individuals in the school to make decisions that will improve learning and will give the entire school community a voice in the key decisions and focus on the accountability for such deliverance. Whereas, within this year, Level 3 was attained by the school's SBM. Achieving the Level 3 of practice has brought a positive initiative on the SBM of the school to intensify its practice, wherein we brought life the digitization of the SBM. The digitization aims to continue collecting, sorting, selecting, and keeping artifacts in the SBM portal of the school. The upgrading of the SBM to DSBM in the school's future direction to uplift more the accountability and perseverance of the MES community.
membership ko aced another recognition this year as one of the school's best practices for the school year 2020-2021. Despite the pandemic, the school has established the best practice targeted at decreasing solid waste in our school, homes, and communities through the successful execution of the 3 R's method. As a result, this project ensures its efficacy and long-term stability. Integrative performance tasks is used in accordance with academic policies so that learners can exhibit their comprehension skills and capabilities. This collaboration intends to broaden and enhance community awareness as well. The significance of this project is to ensure the cleanliness of the surroundings safe and protected. Basura ko, pang membership ko, learn to cherish and preserve the environment. It also grants finances for the vulnerable people to join for free. The faces behind the success of the project.
To complete the winning projects for the elementary level are the following: Rivera Village Elementary School, Project Facilities Improvement for a Safe, Healthy, and Protective School, or Project Fish Pros. School Head, Ms. Anisha P. Monton. Maricaban Elementary School, Project Collect, Upgrade, and Upload in Digitized School-Based Management. See you in DSBM. School Head, Ms. Eden E. Joaquin. Coneta Elementary School, Project Zero Dropout, Zedro, a Hall of Famer for making it to the roster for 3 consecutive years. Project for Improved Reading through Enhanced Strategies, SES is First. Project Increased Parents Participation, or Project ICAR. School Head, Ms. Jeneline S. O. Don Carlos Village Elementary School, Project Basura Ko, pang membership ko, which has been part of the roster for 2 consecutive years. School Head, Ms. Maria Lisa P. Cabildo.
A big round of applause for clusters 6 and 7 for those 6 projects that made it to the roster. Congratulations, Rivera Village Elementary School, Maricaban Elementary School, Cuneta Elementary School, and of course, Don Carlos Village Elementary School. And that also completes the roster of winners for the elementary level. We shall now be giving the stage to the winners from the secondary level, starting off with Cluster A.
Pasay City South High School in partnership with Philippine Business for Social Progress and Telstra Foundation Philippines, Project STEM Up, Year 3. Phase 1. Planning, Project Attestation, and Signing of MOA. Phase 2. Validation, Publication, Screening and Establishment of Baseline Data. Actual Implementation. Bootcamp. Mentoring. Project Funding. Project Development. Culminating Activity. Phase 4. Program Evaluation. Increased KPIs. International Qualifications. National Grants. Division Recognitions. STEM Up Year 3. Partners United. Skills Uplifted.
Project C-Law or Simplified Learners Activity Worksheets was created as one of the immediate responses on the problems of students in accomplishing the 20 pages division module. This project is based on UN's Theory of Change and on the DepEd's Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan. C-Law materials adhere to the DepEd MELC with limited activities that are easy to understand and answer as well as enough to cover the target competencies. Prior to the implementation of Project C-Law, LAC session was held as part of planning the concept, structure, content and subject areas to be involved. It was followed by the reproduction, distribution and retrieval of the materials. With the utilization of Project C-Law, it has contributed to the increase of the performance of the students as well as the significant reduction of costing of raw materials by more than 50%. Project C-Law has not only helped on filling in the gap of learning, but it also helped in saving resources, time, and manpower.
I am very happy and proud to present to you the K-Access Portal, which is the Kalayaan Access Portal. This can make our communication more efficient and effective in informing and communicating our parents, teachers, and other stakeholders. With that, we're very happy that Kalayaan National High School has made a very highly innovative program, not just for the school stakeholders, but for all the rest. With that, thank you so much and God bless us all. Mabuhay ang Kalayaan National High School.
Pasay City South High School. Project STEM Up Year 3. Also on the list for 2 consecutive years. Project Simplified Learners Activity Worksheet or Project SILAW. School Head Mrs. Emilia Tolentino. Kalayaan National High School. Project KNHS Accessing Students' Strengthened Performance or Project K-Access. School Head, Mr. Agapito Chudoro Manahon.
That's it for Cluster 8. Well done, Kalayaan National High School and Pasay City South High School. A total of 3 projects. Moving on now, let's check our winning projects from Cluster 9 and 10. Let's roll once again, VTR.
Using Powtoon. Welcome to Pasay City West High School Project eConnect, electronic, centralized, organized network for new normal collaborative teaching.
This covers 5 important trends for distance learning, such as self-learning modules, video lessons, online assessment, digital report card, and remedial teaching class.
In line with DepEd's Sama-Sama sa pagsulong ng edukalidad, addressing the challenge of quality basic education, we came up with this centralized electronic data center developed out of the collaborative efforts of school community by only using the available public commercialized application.
This project is highly recommended for teachers and students in pursuit of continuing quality basic education. Thank you for watching.
Project iGraphs. iGraph, iGrasp, iInnovate apps. Project iGraphs is a learning package included in the teaching and learning experience of the learners, emphasizing the use of GeoGebra. This pandemic should not hinder our learners to explore and to discover amazing concepts of conic sections. That is why, with the help of Project iGraph, this interest is best accommodated. Project iGraphs promises increase in learners' academic score and learners' online class interest. With the utilization of GeoGebra, learners are always curious, interested, and productive. The future includes the implementation of Project iGraphs in a much bigger scale, touching other disciplines using GeoGebra. With its positive impact, Project iGraphs believes that no independent and inquisitive learning will be left behind. Project iGraphs. iGraph, iGrasp, iInnovate apps.
Conceived as a project that combines Brigada Escuela, Comprehensive School Safety and Climate Change Adaptation Program, Upland is ISOK project focused on the transformation of Pasay City East High School into an institution that provides safe learning environment attuned to environmental stewardship and a product of partnership among the school, the learners, the staff, the community, and the stakeholders. Standing on Maslow's concept that safety comes second to physiological needs, the school identified hazards and risks within the school that may impact the learner's safety within the confines of the campus. This resulted to the conversion of the following areas through the Brigada Escuela Adapted School program. The stakeholders are given the opportunity to take part in the molding of the learners into productive and responsible citizens. Finally, Upland is ISOK project prepares the school facilities to ensure the effective delivery of the teaching-learning process for the learners.
The following projects complete the roster of best practices for school year 2020-2021. Pasay City National High School. Project Performance Amplification through Scheme and Synergy in Education. Project PAST. OIC School Head, Dr. Rosalie R. Condes. Pasay City West High School, Project Quality Connection for Efficient Information or Project COCAIE. Project Mathematics Innovative and New Enhancement Activities for Asynchronous Learning of Learners, Project Mine On. Project Electronic Centralized Organized Network for New Normal Collaborative Teaching, eConnect. Project iGraph, iGrasp, iInnovate apps, or Project iGraphs. School Head, Mr. Peter R. Cannon Jr. Pasay City East High School, Project East IOS OK. School Head, Dr. Felina P. Pataga.
A bouquet of applause for clusters 9 and 10. That's Pasay City National High School, Pasay City West High School, and Pasay City East High School. A whopping 6 projects from these 2 clusters made it on the list. And that completes our roster of schools' best practices for school year 2020 to 2021. Now, some of the projects did not reach the cutoff score of 87% to be included in the list of best practices. Nevertheless, these are included in the list of promising projects, and these shall also receive certificates of recognition.
For school year 2020-2021, the list of promising projects include the following: Timoteo Paez Elementary School, Project Read and Read, Project Mentos, Apelo Cruz Elementary School, Project Mahal, Marcela Marcelo Elementary School, Project Rose, Gotamco Elementary School, Project Revitalize, Andres Bonifacio Elementary School, Abes Reading Hub, Pascual Villanueva Elementary School, Power Reading, Project You Care, You Share.
Philippine School for the Deaf. We Hear, We Care, Dropout Prevention Project, and Gadget Mo, Sagot Ko. Maricaban Elementary School, Project Escort. Pasay City West High School, Project Cares.
Once again, our heartfelt congratulations for a job well done. It's not actually an easy feat to come up with the best practice applications. Ang aming pagbati sa 29 na paaralan ng Sangay ng Pasay na lahat po ay nakapagsumite ng kani-kanilang mga aplikasyon para po sa kanilang ipinagmamalaking mga proyekto.
At this juncture, another hard-working member of the DMEA team is the Chief Education Program Supervisor of the Curriculum Implementation Division. And to formally wrap up this event, let's give it up for Mr. Librado F. Torres for his closing remarks.
Sa ating haligi at inspirasyon, ang ating minamahal na Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Loretta Bitore Campos Esofay, gayon din sa ating Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino, sa ating lahat, highly motivated men and women of the Schools Division of Pasay City, isang mainit na pagbati. I extend my warmest felicitations to the men and women behind Pasay City Schools' best curricular and co-curricular practices and exemplary SMEA teams for school year 2020-2021. Indeed, those bright ideas will create positive changes for improved access, enhanced quality of education, and modernized and more responsive school governance and operations. The best programs and projects that have been featured in this activity concretize our most candid desire to put school-age children in schools and make them learn what they should learn for them to be productive citizens of their communities. Moreover, those also pay tribute to our very strong partnership with our stakeholders. This narrates our combined ideas, efforts, and actions to achieve our goals for Pasayeño children who can learn, succeed, and lead. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, it is anticipated that new dimensions in the new normal in education will bring more challenges. However, with these best practices being intensified in every academic institution, it is very clear that still there will be some steps for us to have a more life-changing education here in Pasay City. Sa mabungang gawain ito, ipinahatid namin ang aming pagsaludo sa ating School Governance and Operations Division Monitoring and Evaluation Team sa pangunguna ni Ginang Flerida Pahariliaga at Ginang Fatima Fajardo. Ang aming pagpupugay at pasasalamat sa ating butihing Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Loretta Vitor Campo, para sa kanyang marubdob na paggabay at pagsuporta sa mga gawaing pangkaunlaran katulad ng gawain ito. Sa mga punong guro at mga guro ng ating mga institusyong linangan ng karunungan, ang aming pagsaludo sa inyong lahat na patuloy na yumayakap sa mga inobasyon para sa pagpapabuti ng mga serbisyong pang-edukasyon. Sa inyong lahat na naging bahagi ng gawaing ito, salamat po. Muli, sa ating mga adhikain para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kasihan nawa tayo ng poong may kapal.
Thank you so much, Sir Torres. Once again, congratulations. That completes our ceremony for today. On behalf of the DMEA team, we would like to thank everybody for continuously and religiously performing their task as SMEA team and project team leaders and members. So for school year 2020-2021, we have 20 schools that made it on the list. SDO Pasay is looking forward to recognize more as we also try to level up the playing field in delivery of services.
Because at the end of the day, ang lahat po ng ito ay para sa kapakinabangan ng ating mga batang Pasayeno.
Once again, congratulations! Mabuhay at padayon sa ating lahat!